And you can see she's now found herself in the shade. So I believe a lot of you are excited to see her. And isn't she beautiful? She's also one of my favorite leopards. When I was at Simambili, this was a leopard that we saw almost every day. She spent a lot of time in the camp. I used to walk into her quite often in the camp, so I've spent countless hours with her, and she really is a beautiful, beautiful individual, and one that is really very, very relaxed around vehicles. And she's been a great mom to Tiani. She's had such bad luck prior to Tiani with a lot of different males in her territory that have made it very, very tough for her to raise cubs successfully. And so she did really well with Tiani, and that sort of combined with Anderson being so dominant in this area has allowed for her to raise Tiani to adulthood. And I'm hoping that she will be pregnant and have another cub, and the fact that she's in areas like this is really a great sign for us, and in terms of us seeing more of Salayexe, it should be really, really good. She'll probably now shift into these areas, and if she does have a cub, she will definitely mark out this territory and try and keep shadow out of it. So we might start seeing Salayexe a little bit more, which is great news for all of us. You can see she really is a regal, beautiful female, still in the prime of her life. I think she's about 10 now, if I remember correctly, and so she is in absolute prime. And wouldn't it be nice if she shifted into Arathusa and Shadow came into Djuma, and we got to see the two of them quite a bit? If indeed Karula is gone, it would be really, really nice if those two sort of ended up as our two females that we saw a lot of. And the nice thing about Salayexe is that she is really just such a relaxed individual, and to find her is often quite easy because she likes to walk around, and when she sort of does, she's not phased if a vehicle comes along, and she doesn't like hiding too much. She's often out in the open, and she loves lying in the boughs of these marula trees, so you often find her up in trees as well, which makes it obviously a lot easier to spot than something like Shadow, who tends to move around more in the thickets and is a little bit more elusive. But you can see she's really full and starting to pant already. That impala has been consumed quite a bit, so I would imagine that both leopards had a really good feed off it, and they've been here for probably more than a day. So yesterday, I would imagine, is when they killed this, and they've now consumed through the night, and I'm pretty sure Tiani would have a very, very full belly. When we leave Salayexe a little bit later, I'm going to try and see if I can't find Tiani. I'm sure she hasn't gone too far. So, Wicked Ange, you're wondering if she's going to be moving into Karula's territory. Well, I don't think so. Karula's territory is still sort of quite far from where we are now, and at the end of the day, we're in sort of Shadow's area at the moment. So I think, if anything, she's pushing Shadow further to the east, which means Shadow would go more into Karula's territory than what Salayexe would go. But you can see she's a very big female. She's much larger than Shadow and Tundi. She's really quite a big girl. So her genetics with Anderson produces these mass females. I'm sure Tiani is going to be bigger than her. The last time I saw Tiani, she was about the same size as her mom already. So I'm hoping that she's going to sort of keep growing,